Hey guys, Eric Steenberg here, ESMA Fitness. Today what I want to go over is the upcoming UFC fight night this Saturday. It's going to be Max Holloway against Yair Rodriguez. If you just clicked on the video to see who I'm going to pick to win this fight this weekend, I am taking Max Holloway all day. It's not even going to be close in my opinion. If that's the only reason you clicked on the video, I appreciate you watching this far. You feel free to click off now. So, what I want to go over really quick is what I think Max Holloway will do to win this fight and what I think Yair Rodriguez will need to do in order to win this fight. Like most of these UFC fight nights, the final fight of the night is a 5-rounder, and I think that massively benefits Max Holloway. Max Holloway tends to do better as the fight goes on, and he picks up steam as he goes forward. Max Holloway recently fought Calvin Kattar and landed 445 strikes in that fight. That actually is a record. And I think he comes in just in the matrix. I think he looked phenomenal in that fight. That fight wasn't that long ago, and I think he's just going to look just as good in this one. I tend to think Yair looks worse over a 5-round fight and gets more fatigued and beat up as he goes on. His style is heavy kick-based and really flashy and a lot of big jumpy maneuvers. It's too much footwork. Frankly, just boxing somebody takes a lot less energy than having to lift your leg over and over again. So the way I see this fight going is Max basically takes it to Yair Rodriguez over the course of a 5-round fight. He boxes him up. I don't think Yair's boxing is particularly that good. Along with all of that, I think Max Holloway is faster. I think he hits harder. I think he can take a harder shot, and I think he comes in better shape. There's not a lot of spots that I can see Yair beating Max, and because of that, I just think it's a very obvious win to Max. Even on the ground, I think Max is better, and even wrestling, I think Max is better. Max Holloway's footwork's just too good. Max Holloway's head movement's just too good. Max Holloway's boxing's just too good. The only real advantage, in my opinion, that Yair has is that he has some unpredictable kicks, and his kicking game may be a little bit better, but not really. The list of fighters that Max Holloway has faced is crazy. He's basically fought everybody at 145 and some of the champs at 155. He's fought Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo twice, Volkanovski twice, Anthony Pettis, Ricardo Lamas, Jeremy Stevens, Charles Oliveira, Cub Swanson. The list just goes on and on. Even his second loss against Alexander Volkanovski is super close, and to be honest with you, I kind of think that he won that fight after rewatching it a couple times. The only two legit losses that Max Holloway has had anytime recently is Dustin Poirier and the first Volkanovski fight. Outside of that, everybody at 145, he is dominated. I personally really like Max Holloway a lot. He's one of my favorite fighters. I like his attitude. I like the way he fights. I like everything about him. On the flip side, I don't like Yair Rodriguez very much at all. He has a Taekwondo black belt and really no ground skills or wrestling. His boxing is very just okay. And a lot of his wins, in my opinion, are flashy, but it's not that flashy when you've gone for a move over and over again and you catch somebody. Yair Rodriguez fights like he's spamming a special move in a video game. The example I always like to give is if you went to an amateur kickboxing match and you saw somebody throw a spinning back fist 30 times in their fight and they finally landed it and knocked somebody out, you wouldn't be that impressed. That's kind of how I feel like Yair kind of fights. Everything is like this big flashy technique. And his game plan going into a lot of this stuff is just not that impressive to me or all that smart. On top of that, his attitude is kind of crap. A lot of his interviews, he just comes off kind of condescending, like he's better than everybody. Maybe I have a bad opinion of him just because I've only seen so many interviews with him, but every time I hear him talk about other fighters, he just talks down on guys and he comes off kind of like he's better than everyone. Lastly, he also talks about himself like he's already champion, which is insane to me because to be honest, I don't even think he's a top 5 145er. He also rarely fights. He has a lot of time in between fights. He'll fight at most twice a year, and that's usually with a 9 to 10 month gap. Yair has really big holes in his game, especially when it comes to wrestling and on the ground. Frankie Edgar massively exposed this. His most notable wins are the Korean Zombie and Jeremy Stevens. You can throw BJ Penn in there, but this is like coked out, drunk BJ Penn, and I just don't consider that a big victory. So what does Yair need to do in order to win this fight? He needs to be kicking Max's legs early. He needs to be using cheats to the body. He needs to keep Max away from him. He needs to kind of implement what Volkanovski did in their first fight. He needs to kick to punch and then get out. Or he needs to kick to punch to clench and then get out. And he needs to get rid of all the extra flashy techniques that are going to gas him. The other thing that Yair needs to do is make sure he comes in great shape because Max Holloway is always in great shape. This is an incredibly hard fight for Yair Rodriguez. To me, Max Holloway is almost tailor-made to make him lose. Outside of him having to fight just a high-level wrestler with really high-level ground game, I don't think there's anybody that matches up worse with him than Max Holloway. Maybe Volkanovski. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. I super appreciate it. All of you are amazing. All of you are the best people who've ever existed. And, you're just in this little special club who watched the video to the end, and that means that you're the coolest person alive. If you want to help me out, the best thing you can do is you can share the video, you can like the video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I will answer back. If you think I'm stupid and I'm totally wrong about this one, I'm totally fine with that too. I appreciate you watching this far. There's not many fight predictions that I've made that I feel more confident than this one. That being said, crazier things have happened. Yair Rodriguez could do a spinning back death touch and possibly murder Max. Anything's possible. Thanks for watching the whole video. I super appreciate it. Everybody be cool, be safe, don't be a dick, have a good weekend. But I'm also gonna go over how I think Yair Rodriguez, it is Max Holloway against Yair Rodriguez. Me, I can't say that. Damn it. So, I can't say that guy's name. My God, Yair Rodriguez. Why can't I make mouth noises? Do it. Say the words. But also what I think Yair Rodriguez needs to do, that name, between Max Holloway and Yair Rodriguez. Why can I not say your name? Yair Rodriguez. Yair Rodriguez. I'm just saying it so much I can't say it anymore. Okay. Yair Rodriguez. Yair Rodriguez. I can't say your name.